Charlie Tunley.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, it's great to see you. Great to see
you.
When was that? 2 years ago?
2.5 years ago, last time.
Oh, well, that was your first time in the role, wasn't it? You'd only been about 3 days.
Yeah, I was very fresh, very new.
Yes. So what is that role?
I asked lots of difficult questions by you, which got me thinking.
Got you thinking, which is difficult for you, isn't it? Yeah. yeah. That thinking, Lark. Yeah, a bit challenging. No, so that was 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So tell me who you are. Oh, I know who you are, but these people don't know who you are. I'm not saying that some of them will, a lot of them will. So tell me what your role is, who you are, where you come from.
So my name's Charlie Tunley. I work at HPE. I lead the channel business for the UK and Ireland and the Middle East and Africa. So that's all reseller partners, distribution, etc. for the region.
So everything that doesn't go direct from HPE.
Exactly.
And that's how it's way majority of things that come out of HPE.
Yeah. Huge.
What is it, about 80%, 70% or something?
More in terms of volume of transactions, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably closer to 95%, yeah.
Right, okay. Well, that's pretty chunky, isn't it?
Yeah. I've been at HPE for 10 years, so it was my 10-year anniversary last month.
Did you get a gold watch?
No, I wish I did.
Yeah. Not even a pen or anything?
You get extra holiday days.
Oh, do you? That's all right.
And I had... They send out these service anniversary emails. So before my 10-year anniversary, it went out to a load of people at HPE, and they all sent really lovely messages about, the last 10 years. And
sycophants is great, isn't it?
So I had some lovely messages.
No, that's good.
5 extra days holiday.
Really? Oh,
And
that's good.
Yeah.
What's that, 25 to 30 or something?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, that's good.
30, yeah.
I mean, that makes hell of a difference. Especially
it's an extra week.
You've got a young lad, Ted, haven't you now?
Yeah,
How old?
Just over a year.
Yeah, because I've got a lad, Ted, but he's more
named after your Ted.
Yeah, because he was the channel winner, wasn't he? Channel reality show.
Ted the first, Ted the second.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's hope they in the footsteps. We hope. Yeah,
hope so.
Yeah, because he's a good lad, my Ted.
Yeah,
I
have to say that my Ted's a good lad as well.
Yeah, but Ted's just outside the door here, so that's why I had to say it. But he's my son, so I would say it, wouldn't I? Yeah. So, tell us when you started this role 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
You'd only been in it 3 days, I think.
Yeah.
You probably didn't know what it entailed, but now you're quite experienced. You are experienced in that. So tell us something you've learned from it, what that you didn't expect, or what's gone on? Just talk in general.
I think the word partnership is bounded about quite a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
In our industry, people, I think, believe that they've got a strong partnership with their customer, for example. They've got a really close working relationship. They might have traded with them for 10 years. But I think a lot of those relationships can be quite transactional.
Yeah.
Some customers can be a bit disloyal to their suppliers.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've got lots of examples of that or stories of that. What I think I've really learned over the last 2.5 years is what real partnership is about between resellers, distributors, manufacturers. And I know we sell a lot of stuff and there's services and all that kind of stuff, but it's a people business, isn't it? And the value of partnerships is massively amplified in what we do and the relationship that we have and enjoy together. And it's hugely long-standing. You're really important to us. We're hopefully
massively important.
We're hopefully important to you. Yeah. And that's built on trust and it's built on partnership.
I think partnership is. I'm really pleased you said that, actually, because partnership is everything to me. Because if you don't trust the people you work with, because we go and see vendors all the time and they come in and they say it's all about partnership, about partnership, and then you're thinking, actually, you did that direct, and they said, yeah, but the client wanted to do that. You're thinking, what? Yeah. Well, hang on a sec, we brought that to you.
Yeah.
And you, oh yeah, but, or they say, oh, we don't do anything direct. Well, just be honest. Just be honest. And so it's a word that's brandished around. Yeah. But with HPE, and it has helped me that I've been dealing with HPE compact digital for 40 years now. Actually, obviously I don't look that old. But, so no, literally it's 40 years. It was 86, my first compact server. Yeah. So there you go, back in the day.
Buy-in and commitment on both sides, joint investment, joint plans. And it being across all levels of both organisations matters hugely.
Well, it helps me. One, I like the people. Well, I'm not just saying that because you're here. I like the people and I trust them. I can give them a call. I mean, I wouldn't call you more than once a year unless it was just a personal call about an issue.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to take the mickey, because some people will call you, I've got a problem with a server. You're thinking, for heaven's sake, you'll be thinking, what's going on here? I know you always say, give us a call, whatever, but I wouldn't take the piss out of it. Because it just, but you need to, that partnership.
WhatsApp's massive now, though, isn't it?
Oh, huge.
It's like I don't know what it's like for you, but for me, it's like an email inbox. You know, you're just constantly talking to people on WhatsApp all the time.
Well, we're doing an event in Malta.
Yeah.
2 weeks' time, 2 weeks yesterday, 26th. We've got 100 people going. It's the most we can get. And they'll all turn up in Malta. It's different than Malta than the UK, where you might get 70% turn up. Yeah. Everyone will show. It's a very respectful more respectful over there, I would suggest. I confirmed the 30 odd that I'd invited, all on WhatsApp, all within half an hour.
Yeah.
Just bang, 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 and they all came back.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, how easy is that? Yeah. It's like the old direct messaging people used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Most of mine's WhatsApp as well. I mean, I like talking to people, but I do understand WhatsApp and I use it a lot.
Yeah, I always pick up the phone. It's the best way of communicating.
Always.
And I prefer that to like scheduling little 15, 20 minute, 30-minute calls in the diary, because I find that a bit restrictive.
Yeah.
I'd much rather be walking around somewhere
absolutely.
on the phone. But WhatsApp is brilliant, I think, for kind of like keeping in touch with people, sending stuff. Like, it's such a valuable tool.
Life has changed. I'll give you a little story on when someone phoned you up back in the day and it was a phone at your house.
Yeah.
You'd have to pick it up. You wouldn't know who it was. Yeah. Now no one picks it up if they don't know who it is.
Yeah. Well, I don't even have a house phone.
Yeah, but nor do I.
Yeah.
So, but on the phone now, you know who it is, or don't you make a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. My son, so my daughter knocked on the door, rang on the door of the house. My 15-year-old was in there, didn't answer the door. She had to climb over the gate to get into the back. She knows where the key's hidden. Yeah. And Ollie's there. She said, "Why don't you answer the door?" He goes, "I didn't know who it was." So it's got to the stage though. You don't even answer the front door if you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
He said you should have contacted me. He said you're going to be at the front door.
Yeah.
It's well changed. But I like to phone people up.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. You can talk to people while you're walking along.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say, I've been too busy to call you back. Hang on a sec, do you go to the toilet? They go, yeah. I said, I bet you're on the phone when you're on the toilet, looking at Facebook or whatever, or TikTok. Phone me up when you're on the toilet. I don't care. Just don't tell me what you're doing. Yeah.
And I think the customer buying behaviour has changed, hasn't it? So people used to do cold calling, and the aim was to try and get like a meeting with them to do a demo or you know, whatever. And people, it's like someone knocking on your door, isn't it, and saying, "Can I come in for 20 minutes and just have a quick chat?" Yeah. If a stranger knocked on your door and said that, you'd obviously say no, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And it's like that in business. So people need, a few more interactions. You know, whether it's an email, whether it's this, whether it's an article that you send them, and then once you've built a bit of engagement, then they'll give you a bit of time.
Absolutely. You've got to have a little bit of credibility. Yeah. They've got to think that you can offer them something as well as like you.
Yeah.
I mean, the old story. I've had a lot of training back in the day where it was all about you've got to have the structure, objectives, and I get that, and I totally get in the back of your mind what you're trying to get out of meeting somebody. I get that, but they've got to like you. They're not just doing it for business reasons, because people will actually buy for themselves as well. However big the company is, because they're not going to change supplier or change from Lenovo to HPE or from CDW, Softcat to FGS on a whim. Because the product's better or the service is better. They're risking their own career.
Yeah, people buy on emotion.
Yeah, absolutely, and they will not risk their career on changing, because if they change to FGS and actually we get let down by whoever because the supply wasn't good, they'll blame us, and that person will get blamed. So you've got to get a real relationship and actually them to trust you and just be honest. This gone are the days where you've got to be a bit flighty to be a salesperson. Those days are gone. No. You know, you've got to lie about, when's it going to turn up? I can guarantee it's going to be 3 months. No, you're not. We all buy from the same place, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we hear it so often, and it actually get a bit emotional. I get a bit angry. But when they say, we have to buy it from X because they said it'd be 3 months. I said, well, they can't guarantee it. Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
And they're bigger than you. Yeah, but they get it from the same place. They're lying, and then they get the order. We don't get it. And then 4 months down the line, have you got it? No, but it's not their fault because you're justifying your decision. And so deal with people you trust who are going to be open to you, because we see it all the time.
Totally. So that was kind of like really my sort of, that's been my, one of my big learnings really.
Yeah.
Partnerships, trust, the longevity of relationships really, really matters.
Yeah.
I mean, look at your 40-year relationship. Like it's built on trust, isn't it?
Absolutely.
At the end of the day.
Absolutely trust. And of all those years with an HPE relationship, and that is my strongest relationship, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, by a country mile, because I've dealt with you so I know everybody.
Yeah.
Not everybody, that's an exaggeration. But I know the people who are like, who've been there a long time, like yourself, like Mark, like Paul, people like that relationship is so important to me, because I feel as I can trust these people. And whether a lot of people say, oh, HPE have let us down or Lenovo have let us down, it probably isn't. You're probably not working them properly. Yeah. Because people aren't going to let you down on purpose. No. Certain things happen. But I'll tell you what, one thing, I'm going to just move on very quickly. Supply.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's clearly a massive issue worldwide. And it's affecting manufacturers. I call you a manufacturer. Yeah. Manufacturer, distribution, partners, and ultimately our customers. Our customer is everything. Yeah. And it's affecting. So how do you see it? I talked to Paul earlier, Paul Atkins, about why it's happened. So you might not want to go into so much why. Yeah. How do you see the impact, and how long is this going to last? You haven't got a crystal ball. Yeah. No. And no one's going to hold anybody to anything. Yeah. But this is going to take a while.
Well, there's no end date.
There's no end date. And
often what happens in these scenarios is there's lots of like knock-on impacts. Yeah. Isn't there? And unintended consequences. Yeah. Obviously, there's shortage of supply. That's going to lead to longer lead times, increased prices, all of that sort of stuff. I think is fairly understood. There's going to be a bigger gap, isn't there, between the order book that you have and your ability to revenue, which is going to tie up your credit.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be the same for distributors. And this isn't just an HPE thing or an FGS thing. This is a kind of industry thing. So credit will become, I think, an issue as we move forward, which is an unintended consequence, isn't it? Or an indirect impact of what we're talking about. So we'll see how that happens. I think what I would say is that, and you know this, HPE is the sort of company that will work with people like yourselves and distribution to kind of work through these things as and when they come up. Yeah,
the credit side is going to be a challenge for so many people in this industry, because if it takes 6 months to deliver something, and you feel as soon as you place your order, that chunk of credit is taken from us, and understandably, because Tech Data or whoever, TDS, have to order it from somewhere. Yeah. So they order it, so they allocate that credit against us. If it's taking 6 months, then we can't invoice out and that credit's taken up. Yeah. So distribution will be in the same situation. They want to keep getting orders, but they can't give orders if they've got a credit. Goes down to resellers. Resellers can't accept orders if they can't even place them. Yeah. I mean, we're in a fortunate situation. Our balance sheet is very strong. So we're very, very fortunate. And it also helps, I've been in the industry for so long. Yeah. And so people have been very generous. Yeah. Yeah, I say generous. And they need the business as much as we do. But there's a risk everywhere here. Yeah, of course. And that's going to challenge a lot of the other partners.
What was it like during COVID for you?
Well, I think I messed up during COVID, to be honest. Where all the other partners seemed to make hay and we didn't, Right. Thinking, but everyone with laptops and desktops, and that's not our game, really. Yeah. We were all right at it, but let the likes of the Becklers and people like that were very strong at that side.
I mean, from a credit standpoint, though, because there was still elongated lead times and things like that.
We didn't have too much of an issue. Okay. Probably because we didn't do as much business as we should have. So it's because that was my fault. Yeah, because I didn't recognise the opportunity where a lot of partners recognised the opportunity and made hay. Yeah, Muggins here didn't. But anyway, so I was thinking...
The other unintended consequence, of course, is software. So people think, well, there's no lead times on software.
Yeah.
Of course there isn't. It's just a license,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
But software runs on hardware, and if you haven't got hardware, or if you're waiting for the new hardware to be delivered for that particular project, the software is going to run on. It delays everything.
I'll tell you something on that. We do a lot in the iGaming industry. Call it the gambling industry, shall we? Yeah. Because it's something like, because as you know, we've got gold partner in Malta as well. FGS are in Malta and in the UK, and Malta is iGaming.
Yeah.
The Maltese government don't want to say our economy is based on gambling.
Yeah.
They say gaming. So that's fair enough.
Yeah.
So the gambling industry, World Cup's coming up. And the World Cup is their biggest revenue by a long way, the iGaming industry. People think it's horse racing. Not. It's the World Cup, European Championships, and Champions League.
Yeah. And
then the Premier League. They're the biggest things. So the World Cup is absolutely pivotal to these people. That's where they make loads of their money. So one of our major clients, one of the big, in the top 5 anyway, operators as they're called, these people you gamble with, big server estate, which they're thinking, it's getting a bit old, we need to refresh it for the World Cup. Too late. Absolutely too late. They're thinking they're still running on these old systems. So the way we had to do it, and this has only happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks, we had to go to FS, so get some old FS equipment.
Yeah.
So into Renew and put stuff together that was ready, and then
so they could meet their timeline.
They could still then extend their clusters, their SQL clusters, to reduce the risk.
Yeah.
And it's older equipment, but it gets them right because they thought they can buy it. They've put this off for months and months.
Yeah.
Prices going up and up and up. You just got to be flexible. You've got to work out what's best for your client.
And it's the same with the last World Cup in 2022 because we were kind of like going through similar issues
absolutely.
4 years ago.
It's been a real interesting time, but it's... So, the credit is going to be an issue, but also I'm saying clients are talking to me and they're saying, or maybe we should put this off because the prices are so high at the moment. In a year's time, they'd like to be higher. Or it's supply and demand. It's the economic laws, capitalist laws of supply and demand.
Yeah. Well, the memory manufacturers have struggled to make money for a long time.
Yeah.
In a hugely commoditized market.
Yeah.
So if your gross margins are low, you can't open up new factories.
Yeah.
The new fabs take ages. And actually, I mean...
Fab being a factory.
Exactly.
A facility, really, yeah.
And actually, if the prices are high, why would you want to create more supply?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, if they're making more money, I mean, I can't speak for them, obviously. But,
no, absolutely.
And how many years does it take to open a new factory? I don't think this is going away anytime soon.
No, I don't either. I can see so another 2 years, it'll still be going along, and I'm not sure we're ever going to go back to the day you order something and it built in the factory comes in 3 weeks. I don't think that's going to be. So people have got to be really smart with their projects. If they've got a requirement, a business requirement, you've got to turn an investment on it, you just got to do it. Because if you put it off, you're still putting it off. If it's 6 months to deliver, it's going to take another 6 months. You go in the cloud, but all those costs are going to go up because they're in the big hypervisors are in the same situation.
Yeah.
They're going to have to buy this kit, so all that price is going to go up. And cloud costs, as we know, depending on what you're doing, can be very, very high, depending on what you're doing. There's benefits and there's downsides. Yeah. As I said earlier, it was, when we were chatting earlier, I remember 20 years ago, when the cloud started hitting, people say, you won't have a business in 5 years.
Yeah.
I say, we will. No, you won't. I said, you're archaic, Pete, you're monolithic. And I said, no, you just watch. And infrastructure on-prem is still going up.
Of course.
And of course it will. It's not going to disappear. You've got sovereignty issues.
Hybrid cloud is here to stay.
Here to stay, absolutely. I mean,
if there was ever any doubt, it's here to stay. And if you look at things like AI, it's the ultimate hybrid cloud workload, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Hybrid cloud hybrid is just the way we go now. You've got to be, and it's very few. I think I was with a law firm the other day and they said they're all going to go into the cloud. And I'm thinking, I said, sort of you a bit last year, aren't you? I said, what do you mean? I said, well, that was what people were doing. In Malta, still a little bit, actually. But in the UK, it's the opposite. There's more people not coming out, but they're moving their workloads where they should be. They're right positioning it, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's got to be the right workload in the right place.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the right cost point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously it's for customers to kind of make that decision, isn't it? Yeah. And it's for people like us to help them make the right decision.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not say that this is the answer, now what's the question, Yeah,
absolutely. A lot of people do. There's people who just say, what is, AWS is the answer. What's the question? Exactly right. Yeah. And I've seen it a lot.
And it comes back to what you were saying about people buying, or what we were saying about people buying on an emotion, people having made a decision and then having to justify it or stand behind it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that goes on, Yeah,
there's a lot of it that goes on. And you've got to remember the people who purchase, it is their job on the line. So when they say, I've got to save a bit of money here, a bit of money there, they're thinking, a lot of people would think they need to first protect themselves. What's going to make me look good?
Yeah. And
so risking things, a lot of people don't. But a lot of people don't risk things, and actually makes it worse for them.
Yeah.
So it's a real challenge out there.
But that is kind of sales 101, isn't it? You've got to find out who's important in your customer, find out what's important to them, and then deliver it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if they look good, then the company will do well as well.
Yeah. Your job is to make your customer look good. Your job is to make your boss look good. That's life, isn't it?
Yeah. And so if the business does well out of that decision, they're going to look good. The boss is going to look good.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
And that's the way it works.
My job's to make you look good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, I always look good.
Yeah.
Add yourself.
You don't need much
add
help.
yourself, Charlie.
You don't need much help.
Charlie. Yeah. My vanity's going through. Yeah. The older I get, the harder. I look at myself now.
Although 2.5 years ago when I took this job on, I had a lot more hair. I don't know if you've noticed. It's going.
Oh, is
the back. Yeah. So I don't know if the two things.
Got the little bit at the top. Yeah, because you don't see that in the mirror, do you?
Yeah, because I'm quite tall.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the barbers and they show me the back of the hair. I can't
look. No, I get that. Well, I took mine off years ago.
Yeah, I'm going that way though. I think I'm going to brave the shave this year.
Well, Ted, my lad Ted, his is going back. Yeah, so he's growing it a bit longer, so but it doesn't cover. It's like Bobby Charlton. If people know Bobby Charlton, it's not saying you look like Bobby Charlton. Ted, go and Google Bobby Charlton now.
I don't know if there's a link
or Ralph Coates
between this job and that, but we'll never know.
What are you, 6'3"?
6'2", yeah.
6'2", yeah. I wish I was 6'2". My son's 6'2", not Ted, but the other one, Sam is. So, right, I'm going to move on. Broadcom.
Yeah.
VMware. Let's talk VMware. We're not talking Carbon Blacks and people like this and Symantec. We're talking Broadcom and VMware. Now, I understand because I saw what they did with Symantec. They decided to go for the top 250 or top 500 companies in the world. They had 93% of the market on the VMware virtualization market, and they've got feature-rich products. Everyone knows it. People are trained up on it. They understand it. But it's now created chaos because of the cost pricing's gone up.
Yeah.
And so where there's chaos, there is opportunity.
Always.
So how do you see it, HPE? What are we doing with HPE with that? And how do you see that market going?
Well, we've got our own offering.
Yep.
VM Essentials.
Yep.
Came through an acquisition that we made a few years ago called Morpheus.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like what we've been talking about, really, isn't it? When people have a big challenge like that, costs gone up. They're not sure what to do. Gone up massively.
Yeah.
They look to people that they know, like, trust. Can you help me? I've got this problem.
Yeah.
And so we are wanting to take advantage of the market opportunity that exists in, it's your wording, but in the chaos that is in that part of the market at this moment in time. We call it the Great VM Reset.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So, in all of that transformation and transition that's happening in the hypervisor market, how can we help? How can we add some value? How can we take some cost out? Yeah. How can we help our customers to look good?
Yeah.
In all of that.
If somebody could save 2 million, we're costing them $500,000 because all the training and all the change and all the migration. If it saves them 2 million, they're going to look good.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a real. I understand what Broadcom are doing. Their stock market, they're there for their shareholders. Yeah. And it's gone up, and you understand it. Yeah. People being forced down a certain route and costs being forced down a certain. But it does create opportunity. I think it's an exciting time. Yeah. Because they did have a monopoly. To be honest, they pretty much have a monopoly. Microsoft had 2%. whatever, Proxmox might have had 0.5%, but VMware had 93%. That's a big chunk.
And there's some great analysis that's being done by people like Canalys on stuff, and stuff on what what the other options are out in the market. We feature in that. So there's lots of that market research being done now, which I don't think was being done as much before, because it was
worth doing.
It was a simpler
because things like Nutanix, that's changing the whole stack. That's a rip and replace, isn't it? But this is allowing you to just do chunks of it, part of that stack, isn't it?
Like we were saying earlier, the right workload for the right tool.
Yeah. So I'm really excited by it, actually.
Yeah, me too.
And I do have a bit of empathy for clients. When I'm talking to them, I talk to CEO, and they say, but it's blown my budget.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to do it within 6 months or a year. It's a migration. So I do feel for them then, because they've got a problem there. But how do we fix it?
And everything else is going up at the same time, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You've got the component shortages driving prices up. You've got software costs going up, as you've been talking about. Power.
Yeah.
That's been going up, hasn't it?
Yeah, everything's going up.
People
now
costs.
with the geopolitical situation in the Middle East,
Yeah.
power's going to go up even more.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a challenge.
And I don't think businesses are protected in the same way that consumers are, with like price capping and all that sort of stuff.
No, absolutely. It's just pure supply and demand.
Yeah.
And if you're short of oil because they can't get it out of the Middle East, prices go. That's 20% of the world market.
Yeah.
So it's going to has a real impact.
It's interesting times, isn't it?
Yeah,
Can I ask you a question on that then?
Yeah, go on then.
So if you take like the UK reseller market, if you compared, the market now to 5 years ago, I think it's changed quite a bit.
Yeah.
So you've got like the bigger partners getting much bigger and acquiring the sort of middle-sized partners.
Yeah.
And the smaller partners becoming more specialist, more boutique-y, and really focusing on the value that they offer.
Absolutely, yeah.
What do you think is going to happen moving forward? Do you think that trend's going to continue? So the bigger ones get bigger and the smaller ones...
It's a real challenge, because there's two big ones. I won't even say the name, but you're going to know who they are.
Yeah.
Two really big ones. And when you talk to customers who use them, they say the service levels have gone down. You look at one, Martin Halliwell was at, Martin,
Yeah.
Culturally superb. It's changed culturally, and every company changes culturally when the people at the top move. And that service-driven side of it, but the bigger you get, it's a lot harder anyway, and I understand that. But to people like us, it's all around value.
Yeah.
I'm not talking cheap here. We're talking about making it good value for the client, explaining to them where their risks are, etc., etc. And people like that. They like the honesty.
Yeah. Big enough to cope, but small enough to care.
And when I say care, we genuinely do care.
Yeah.
Absolutely do care. If a client phones me up on a Saturday midnight, I'm delighted, because I feel as though they trust me. They know I'm going to pick the phone up. Yeah. Genuinely do care. But
it's like when a customer has an outage. No one wants that, do they?
No, but you're there for them.
It gives you a good opportunity to show them how you can help.
Yeah, absolutely. We had one in, and some of the people going to listen to this will know, in Malta, and they had a big 3-power 8450.
Yeah.
And it was really pivotal to their production, gaming firm. And they had a controller go down. Well, it goes into shutdown mode within, what is it? I can't remember what it's called, what mode it is. I used to be technical.
Limp mode, maybe.
Yeah, after 72 hours. And they were stuffed because the local partner who covered it didn't have the part. And it would have taken a week. We actually managed to get a part. And I remember how we got it there, I won't even tell you. But it was because there was...
Was it on your private jet?
No. Actually, that's funny, because the guy who's the CTO said, I don't care if you get a private jet, right? The Swedish lad, he's a top guy. He said, I don't care if you get a private jet, I need this. As it happens, we were shipping some stuff down, and it was on route transit through Italy into Sicily.
Right.
But we were going to miss the ferry. Well, anyway, we had to get it transported. The guy who had a meat, literally, he had a meat truck.
Yeah.
We had to buy the meat so we could throw it all away. This is in Messina. And we had to load all this stuff up. And we got that ferry, wasn't held up as such, because the ferries aren't allowed to, but they got it on there in a way they were very, very fortunate.
So you said you weren't going to tell me, and then you told me.
Well, I didn't tell you all the details. But And then our guys had to
great
go
story.
to the distribution thing in Malta, and we got it out 4 o'clock in the morning. We did it. We put the new controller in, which is quite a challenging position to do. You had to make sure the firmware and everything, and we were up and running.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it saved anyone's career, but if that had gone to write-through mode...
Yeah. People remember that, though.
People remember, yeah. But it was really exciting. I mean, the excitement in the business was fantastic. We really put ourselves under pressure. We didn't guarantee we'd get it. We said we'd do everything.
Yeah.
And everything worked brilliantly to the minute.
Yeah.
But the meat fella, yeah. So we said, you had to throw away all your meat, because that was the only lorry we could get.
Yeah.
And it was the truck, and he had to throw his meat away. But whether he probably just sold it and made some more money, that's fine. I don't care. But you've got to go above and beyond. And that's the joy. You know, we're not big. What are we, 15 mil? Yeah. So we're not big. But we can be flexible. They can come straight to me and I can make a decision. Yeah. Now, with these bigger companies, I totally understand it. You've got to have process. You've got to have order. You've got to set that, and you can't do that without a sign-off. And I totally get that. You can't run a major conglomerate how I can run. Yeah. We can run FGS. And actually, the staff know me well enough that they will make those choices, and I don't even have to be part of it. Because they know, I'll get, JP, in the office, he'll say, Pete, I thought I'd tell you because I think you're going to, I've done this. Fine. I would do that. If it's for the customer's benefit, we do it.
That says a lot about you, though, doesn't it? That people feel empowered,
maybe confident
making decisions.
Well, they know how I work.
Yeah.
And so they will just make those choices. Yeah. And they don't need to ask. They tend to ask anyway, but they don't need to. And sometimes they just make them. Yeah. Because they know that I've made them. But it's all about the customer. You put the customer first, and you genuinely do. Yeah. I know everyone says it, but you genuinely do, and we've got the flexibility to be able to do it. But it's been, this has been our best year when I say by a long way, I mean by a long, long way.
Congratulations.
Yeah, finished at the end of Jan, so we had to get the figures out because we were just doing a migration from Oracle NetSuite to Dynamics, Microsoft or Business Central as it is now. So we had to get the figures cut off.
Yeah, finalised.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we've had our best year by a long, long way. And some of the clients we've got, it's good. But all of our clients, we're not great at marketing. We're good at marketing on, doing these sort of things. Yeah. But we don't do big campaigns and stuff. And so it's nearly all word of mouth. Yeah. And that's probably the best way of doing it. Yeah. So, good. HPE, still enjoying it?
I love it.
Yeah?
Like I said at the start, I've done 10 years and, had the opportunity to work with some brilliant people, move around, learn lots of new stuff. Yeah. It's been fantastic.
That's good. So you had Ted, that was about 9 months, a year?
Year ago, yeah.
Year ago. You had a few months off, yeah?
Yeah, so HPE gives new dads 6 months
over the year
paternity leave over the first year. Yeah,
over the first year. Did you take it all in one block?
No, I didn't take the full 6. I took 4 months. So when he was born, I had a month.
Yeah,
came back for 3 months, then I had 3 months off.
Like Joe did. Joe Pemberton.
Yeah,
did
similar to Joe.
Yeah. So he just took his to make his golf handicap better, didn't he?
Doesn't need to be much better.
No, that was ridiculously good, isn't it? It's almost, I don't even like playing with him. He's too good. He's so consistent.
Very good.
Yeah,
we can dream.
Yeah, we can dream. Yeah, I've got myself some new clubs, by the way.
Okay.
Just one very quick story.
Yeah.
Got from TaylorMade. They sent me the clubs and they sent me the grips separately.
Right.
They're not even got grips.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
No, nor had I. Direct from TaylorMade.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So I've got to go embarrassingly out to the Golf Pro to say, I haven't bought either clubs or the grips from you. Can you grip them for me?
And what did he say?
Well, I haven't had the balls yet. So I've not had a grip yet. So I still use my old clubs.
He's going to say, I can do it for you, but it's going to cost you.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. I might just not take the grips and buy the grips from them.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because I've got some spare grips. I can do it.
That's a better idea.
Yeah, because I feel as though I'm taking away people's. Yeah, but there we are. But we're going to HPE Discover this year in Vegas.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it this year. I really am. Because last time we went was 2 years ago.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and that was where we went to the Sphere, didn't it?
Yeah.
Which was quite ridiculously unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was trying to work out the finance of the Sphere. I can't see how that makes money, but because it costs $2 billion to make.
Did it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, $2 billion.
Wow.
I mean, it's a big place, isn't it? Quite impressive. But anyway, so what's going to come out? Do you think in not not what you know, but what's going to be the main themes in Discover? Which is the big expo for HPE, for those that don't know. What do you think? Because it always used to be Green Lake.
Yeah.
And then last year, more AI and PCAI, etc., etc. So what do you think?
Well, there's kind of like the three main pillars of the HPE business.
Yeah.
There's AI, hybrid cloud, and networking.
Yeah, okay.
So AI is, as we've been talking about, next generation workloads, power, for artificial intelligence. Hybrid cloud is the kind of core business, but it includes things like VM Essentials, Morpheus, Zerto for cyber resilience. All the software assets that we have in the business now, which are brilliant. And then networking, which is hugely exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially given the close acquisition of Juniper.
Yeah.
All of the Juniper team members joined in the UK. Joined us formally from the 1st of January, and it's an exciting part of the market, and we've got the most complete portfolio that we've ever had.
Yeah.
So I think those are kind of be the three focus areas, really.
Yeah.
And their sort of customer trends, I think, will continue. But it's the great VM reset, everything around AI. What every customer is being asked to look at it, and security. There's hacks happening all the time.
All the time, the whole time.
We were talking about one earlier, weren't we? Just this week. It's happening all the time. So I think customers are thinking about, my budget's stretched because costs are going up. What do I do about AI so that I've still got a job in a few years? We're not, our company isn't outcompeted against another, and that's regardless of which industry you're in. And how can I make sure that we don't get hacked?
Yeah, I mean, it's a real challenge with budgets now, and operating costs are going up, capital costs are going up, people have to make money. It's going to be a real challenge. Be really, really going to go on to AI.
Okay.
We're doing quite a lot on the side with AI, but we're struggling to monetize this opportunity. And I know a lot of partners are, because it's moving so fast.
Yeah.
Some of the projects we were working on, clients are now doing it themselves because it's become easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
what are the use cases with your customers?
Use cases are knowing their client. So with iGaming.
Yeah.
What
are their behaviours?
What's their behaviours?
Yeah.
Can you do that? But you have to stay within the regulatory markets, but heavily regulated.
What about markets and things like that? So you've got their traders, haven't you? Set market costs and all that sort of stuff. Is that
the traders are still doing it, strangely enough. So I played golf recently with a guy at Bet365.
Yeah.
And he's a trader. So he's setting market prices.
Yeah.
And I can't see how long that's going to last.
Well, is that, I don't know, by the way, so this isn't a leading question, but is that not a job that in the future could be
absolutely
replaced by AI?
Absolutely. I would have thought so, yes. There's so much information in every sport or whatever it may be that you can't collate that as an individual, but you can collate it as AI.
Well, it's not just collating it, it's doing all the analysis.
Yeah.
And making sense of it, isn't it?
And who's injured, what's going on. So all this information that's out there in a football team, if you know there's injuries and you hear there's something going on in the training room, that has an impact.
Yeah.
That information is out there, and it's also within the statistical organisations, Opta, people like that. So you've got all this information coming in, and so that you would have thought would do like that. But if you have a think about betting real time, in-game betting, you think about a tennis match. And this was an analogy I was given. Some people love betting on tennis, but they'll bet a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it's not betting who wins. If the movement, say someone loses a point, it will move a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then you bet 100,000, then you lay it off, and you've made $100. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's how they do it. They move it around, and they're hoping on the points. But then you'll know that person, if they lose 5 in a row, they're going to pull out. Yeah. Actually, if you know that, and you say, right, the next one's be a free bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You keep them going. Sounds terrible. But, with the iGaming industry, I've always thought, a bit of an abhorrent industry. But the argument, and I sort of get it, people can lose their house. Yeah, I understand that. But there's a lot of regulations out there that they shouldn't. It says unregulated market. It's like the broker market and other thing.
Yeah.
It's unregulated, and that's where it's dangerous. The regulated markets, they pride themselves on not, and they're showing statistics on how many they stop for betting. Places like Germany, I don't think you can bet more than $2,000 a month.
Really?
Or load more than $2,000 a month into things.
I think what we're saying though is, if you think about AI and your customers, there's huge opportunity. I think,
but where does a partner make money out of that? Because we could take, oh, this is what X are doing, we can tell you, but that's almost been unfair on the client who've got themselves an edge. So I wouldn't go, if one gaming firm said this is what we're doing, it's going to be really good, I wouldn't go and take that to another one, because it'd be unfair on them, because you're taking their IP away and their ideas.
But there's nothing to stop you going to one of your customers and saying, have you thought about running a proof of concept on this, right? Which will drive an advisory piece of work for you, a proof of concept. And then if it works, it will lead to a big deployment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the kind of like, you know, the way that deal would be structured is much like...
Yeah, it is.
The deals that you've been doing for years and years and years.
Because there's a company we started trading with called Unframe, and they'll do your POCs for nothing.
Okay.
For nothing. And then they would, if it works and you say, yes, I want to buy it, so you can have ideas instead of, because one of my clients, and I'm sure they're listening to this, they set up a POC that I don't think they even ran on AWS. It took them €150,000 to even set the POC up. And then they said, even if it works, you might not save that.
Yeah.
And so now people like Unframe, who've got 50 million backing just in the last year, they're only about a year and a half old.
Yeah.
You run the POC then, and then if you say, yeah, this is going to work for me, then they do a subscription model for you to move it forward.
Yeah.
So you can test all your ideas. So these are the sort of people who are coming up.
Want their own intellectual property, their own assets, company assets, for a proof of concept and things like that. They'll want to run it in an environment that is
theirs,
that is controlled, and they know that it's, you know, it's governed.
I mean, we use it massively internally.
Do you?
Massively.
What for?
CRM system. We created a CRM system that was absolutely exactly what we wanted in 2 days.
Wow.
Using Lovable.
Really?
Absolutely. And we just say, oh, can we do this? Can we do that? And instead of showing that, and bang, within a minute or two it's done. Because you just type it in. I don't. Ted does it as it happens. So our CRM system is exactly what we want.
Yeah.
Because most CRM system, it's like Excel. You use 10% of it, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't want the other 90% or pay for it.
Yeah.
So we've created our own. We were using part of Oracle NetSuite, but it was too clunky for us. This is perfect. So we are now using it internally hugely. And that's huge.
So we've been talking about unintended consequences, haven't we?
Yeah.
You know, and one of the examples that I've been talking about quite a lot recently is in the drug industry, pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
So the drugs companies are using AI to find and research new drugs to make us healthier, live longer, cure diseases, whatever it is. So it's increasing the rate of drug discovery and production significantly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which the unintended consequence of that is all of these drugs need to be regulated and checked and everything else to keep us safe. So all the regulators are being bombarded with much bigger volumes because the drug companies are using AI to generate more.
So they're going to have to use AI
to check everything.
To check everything. Yeah.
So like the whole world is just going to go through this massive transformation, and people will need help. Whether you're a gaming company, whether you're a drug company, whether you're in government, it doesn't matter.
To stay competitive.
Yeah, to stay competitive, but because the world is just changing around us so quickly, isn't it?
Yeah. One of my friends, David Matthews, he was at back in the day, back in the 90s when I used to deal with him. He was at National Grid, and he was at CC for many years. Good lad. And he was just talking to me. He sent me a thing yesterday regarding a deal thing, like a Scotsman. We run a Scotsman on staff, and it says, what's the chance of the deal? And this is an AI-driven one. You put your deal in, and what's the chances, what you need to do to make it forward? And so we're going to have a look at that.
That's cool.
But and so things, to stay competitive, you're going to have to be using this way. Yeah. Though I am worried about my kids, not just in general, but with AI. Because when I left school, 83, after my A-levels, you go up the city, I put CVs into 100 banks.
Yeah.
I got 3 interviews. I got a job at Credit Lyonnais. It was quite an easy thing to do. You want to get in the city?
Yeah.
Want to. Now, get in the city at that lower level, it's really hard. You have to know people.
But I bet at that time people were saying in the 80s, well, all these computers are going to take everyone's jobs. There's going to be no work. There's going to be no work.
Yeah.
The reality is the jobs market moves on, doesn't it? And
Absolutely.
it just creates new jobs.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
So I don't think that, maybe I could be wrong on this, but our jobs are going to be taken over by AI.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
But we might not be successful if we know less about it than our competitors.
I couldn't agree more. So I'm going to have to really work. My 2 eldest kids doing really well.
Yeah.
But 15 and 17-year-old got to work out how
Yeah.
they can get into careers that, and actually they're going to have to understand AI, how to use it.
How to prompt, how to...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if they do that, then I think they'll be successful. But if they don't, they're going to lose. Or either that or they've got to get a trade that is bricklaying, plumbing, because you can't do that with AI.
No.
You can't lay bricks with it.
No.
Or do plumbing and put your hand down a toilet.
Yeah.
I'm not belittling plumbers here, by the way. Yeah, just that I did that 3 days ago.
My cousin, he works in Holland.
Yeah.
For a robotics company.
Right.
And they're laying bricks. They're building houses with robots. Yeah. That's what they do.
Really?
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Oh dear, that's frightening, isn't it? And they'd be better laid.
Well, I don't know.
But we hope so.
Yeah.
We do hope so.
They're going to make less mistakes, aren't they?
Yeah.
Probably.
So, one thing. I'll ask you one question. Then we're going to wrap this up because we've gone through time. Yeah. One big thing that you think, and this is a personal one, that you think might, not the basic, AI is going to change the world, and it absolutely will. In the reseller channel marketplace, which you really understand, what do you think the big change is going to be in the next 2 years? Or there might not be.
Well, I think in the reseller market, there's still going to be lots of, M&A activity.
Yeah.
So I think there'll be more consolidation. I think there'll be a bigger gap between, as we were talking about earlier, the really specialist players that are big enough to cope, small enough to care, a bit like what you were talking about with your meat truck, and there's huge amounts of value in all that sort of stuff, and the value you provide to customers. I think the bigger partners will continue to get bigger. Everyone's in the UK, everyone's shooting for £1 billion of turnover, aren't they?
Like the CCs, but with the Softcat and the CDWs of that sort of market. CC a different sort of market, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they will continue getting bigger. Yeah, absolutely.
And then I think it will be a question of how well these organisations can adapt to the new world. Yeah. How well do they understand all of the new use cases that are emerging, and how can they monetize it? What advice can they give to their customers? What does the services pull through look like? Is there managed services plays? Yeah. What vendors are important to them now, versus which ones are going to be important to them in the future? There's a lot of change happening, isn't there? And that's the exciting thing about our industry.
There's a lot of change.
It never stands still.
I think the M&A side, it should be really interesting, because I get approached, well, not all the time, that would make me sound like bloody hell, sound like an idiot, but get a lot of, quite every month or two, somebody, a little nibble, are you interested? And I just ignore it, or just say no. If I know them, I'll just say no.
Yeah.
But for me, and I'm old now, I'm 60,
Yeah. You're not old.
It's as old as you feel, yeah. But that does bother me, by the way.
You look great for it.
Well, no, but thank you
very much. If I look like
but,
you at 60, I'll take it. I'll snap your hand off.
It does bother me. I still think I've just started work.
Yeah.
But people say, I don't want to sell. I have got no interest. I enjoy my life. You think about it, I spend 2/3 of the time in the UK, 1/3 of the time in Malta.
Yeah.
Got a great office in Malta, great people working there as well.
Yeah.
Got an apartment in Malta. What a great place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love my life. Honestly, if I retired, say I sold and I had X, what would I do? I reckon I'd be bored by Wednesday lunchtime. Honestly. think on the Monday, what I do, I play golf with some people who are retired, who have actually slowed down their minds because they're retired and all they talk about is golf or whatever they talk about, or becoming more right wing. Yeah, that's what they're being. They're sort of wave a few flags about in their garden. Yeah. Bit of sweeping, I appreciate that. But it seems to come with age. Tuesday, what would I do? Probably come up to London and meet some people I used to work with or old clients, have a lunch, get drunk. Wednesday, I'd be thinking, right, what do I do today? I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be bored out my brains. When I sold Panacea back in the day to Kelway/CDW now, I remember 6 weeks after, and I hadn't worked, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I met the sales team, 13 of them, and we went out. I think we went to doesn't matter where we went up near the office for lunch. They were sharper than me within 6 weeks.
Really?
6 weeks.
You kind of like...
Lost that sharp edge.
Really?
Within 6 weeks. And it frightened the living... I remember getting the train back thinking, bleeding hell, I have lost that sharpness within 6 weeks. It was that quick. And I was 44 at the time. And I was thinking, I'm scared now. And that was 6 weeks of not working.
Well, I think it's great that you love what you do. I think we're really lucky to work in this industry.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And to work with such incredible people. And life's for living, isn't it? And
Absolutely.
enjoying. So if you love what you do, why change it?
Absolutely, why change it?
Doesn't mean you can't play golf and meet up for lunch with people.
So I sold the business. Well, I wouldn't be able to go to Malta 10 days. I'd be bored. I'd be going on holiday for 10 days back to the same place. I wouldn't do that. And so all that enjoyment, that love, and I've got some great friends over there. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Good for you, Peter.
Yeah. So I reckon we could be having this conversation in 20 years' time. I'll still be working, hopefully still looking the same. You'll just be having no hair then, Charlie, would you?
I'll be, hair will be gone. Or maybe I'll get a transplant.
I had, Graham Gooch. He's had his transplant. It's really good. He had it 20 years ago. It is really good. He's got brilliant. A full head of hair.
There's loads of good ones, like loads of good examples, isn't there?
There are, But I'm
not decided on that.
I'm not decided because I'm so used to it. And people are so used to me being with no hair, having a transplant. I'd like to.
Maybe Ted.
Ted, you should have a transplant. I think you should.
We can go together, Charlie and Ted.
Maybe fly off to Istanbul.
Yeah. Or just do it in London.
Just do it in London. Probably a better idea. Having your teeth done, coming out looking like a horse. Yeah. Which is another one. I do need them done as well. But anyway, Charlie, always a pleasure, my friend. Always good fun. And so we're waiting. I'll wait another 2 years. So we'll see.
Thanks for having me
back.
The
next big movement in the industry, you come back on.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Cheers, then, Charlie. Top man. Cheers.